So in 1974, Ray Kroc, founder of McDonald's, right, gave a talk at MBA class at the University of Texas in Austin. So after the class, the students asked Ray if he could join them for a drink or some drinks, and he said, "Sure, okay." So this is where the interesting thing happened. Right? This is what I learned from Ray Kroc. Between drinks, Ray then asked them, "Hey, what do you guys and girls think? What kind of business I'm in?" And the students laughed because they thought Ray was just fooling around with them, you know. And you can see over here, right? Ray Kroc is the founder of McDonald's. He was serious though, but no one answered. So he asked again, I'm serious. What business do you think I'm in? Then the students laugh again, right? And a brave soul shouted out, saying that, hey, Ray, Mr. Ray, you know the whole world knows that you're the godfather of the burger business in McDonald's. Everybody knows that, it's a worldwide thing. And then Ray laughed and said, yeah, I can understand why. That's what most people would think and say about me. That I'm the McDonald's guy, right? And then what's happened was this. He stopped and then shared. You say, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, I am not in the hamburger business only. My true business is in real estate. Ray Kroc then explained that yes, in their business plan, the front end, the primary business front end, was to sell hamburgers, fries, and milkshake franchises. It's correct. But there's a back end game that he never lost sight of his long term big goal, okay, which was real estate. And that's why, right, with every franchise that he sold, right, he paid particular attention to the location. Two reasons, right? Number one, he knew that for every McDonald's franchise to be successful, it needs to be in a very good location. It needs to be visible. That's why they said location, location, location. But number two is that the back-end game was his real game, his real estate. So he's really smart, okay? So Ray Kroc, he got every person that bought into McDonald's franchise essentially to pay for the land, the real estate under the franchise for Ray Kroc's organization. So it means that he sells his franchise, right, to let's say franchise A, and this franchise owner would be the one paying the business of franchise A will be the one paying for the real estate of that McDonald's branch. Okay. Of course, again, as I said, Ray was very smart. So he not only got them to pay for the real estate for McDonald's, he also made them very rich. He made them a lot of money as franchise owners and business owners, right? He didn't just take and take and take and take. He made them rich or richer in the process. And today, right, McDonald's is the single largest owner of real estate in the world. They have real estate at locations at the busiest street corners and intersections all over the world. They even have more real estate than the Catholic Church in the whole entire world. So I can really imagine, the faces of the students who were sitting there drinking, having drinks with him. They probably either spat out their drinks or having their mind explode, boom, left, right, center. This is how crazy and how much I learned from this lesson with Ray. What I learned, right, is to have a big goal, to have a big game, long-term plan. And it's the back end, it's a long-term one, and I have a front-end game. And to take step-by-step moves in the front end that will bring me closer and closer to my back end. Okay, that's number one. Number two, Ray made others rich in the process as well, which is very important because that will be one of the propellers to keep the game going and growing, right? So I will share with you my game plan in another video later. So for you, let's bring it to you, right? What's your business? What's your game plan? Are you building a business or having a career without a long-term game plan for yourself? Okay, so if you haven't thought about it, right, you got to start thinking about what's your game plan. Yes, building businesses, I love it. Having a career that makes you good income also is great. Okay, but you haven't thought about your back end, you haven't thought about your long-term game plan. It's time to start thinking about how to level up your game. Maybe you want to save more and invest in real estate locally or even globally, right? And get paid rental income. year, month on month, year on year. Or maybe you want to save more, put money in wealth management so that the wealth managers will make you more. Or some fat fire individuals will say just Vanguard and chill. Okay? So that when you put in enough, you can retire early. So whatever rocks your boat, right? But most importantly, you got to think about answering this question, like what Ray Kroc asked. What's the business you're in? Have a think and let me know in the comments down below. See you, boys and girls.